Bam! Back at it again like we never left. We finally left. We're kind of off the high from DreamCon. Finally.
Still.
Yeah.
Still kind of riding it.
Hashtag Waco famous.
Waco famous.
We are Waco famous, basically. Dude, there's been a lot of stuff going on with the gaming world, and we're definitely down to talk about it. My name is Curtis Russell with My Ninja Gaming. This is My Ninja Gaming Podcast. I'm here with so many pundits of the gaming world.
Facts. It's your boy E-Stop.
And your boy Sir Mackleton Fauntleroy, the third Esquire, man.
Nah, the sixth.
Nah, man, I wish they gave up on me, dog.
You still need to have the
And
phone.
we are joined with my little brother Cameron.
Hey,
You can't see him.
Oh, shit, what's going on?
Yeah. We got a guest today,
Ruben James.
Ruben
Yes, sir.
James. He used to play for St. Louis.
Yes.
St. Louis Rams. Yeah, we famous like that. So
Waco famous.
Flex.
St. Louis
Waco famous like that. We getting people like him in. We got Tashelle here, who is still creating her little game that she's doing
Why it's gotta be a little game though?
because it's an independent title.
Why it's gotta be little?
Could be big.
It can be a
It
big.
ain't big.
title
Ain't no
card.
money
If
behind
it's
it.
like
Big
Big Sean,
You never know.
you know, he's not really big, but he's
Big Sean like 5'2".
Oh my god!
That
And we
nigga
have
is like 5'2", bro.
Kasandra here, who should be streaming.
I'll get back at it.
Oh,
And
no.
then holding the camera right now is Tech Man Lou, Tech Jesus. Yeah, you already know how it goes down. Briar's here also.
looking behind the camera.
So we got this little group called Story Temps did this list, and they did kind of this game called This or That, and it's some of the biggest franchises, and we're gonna go through them and see which one is better, which one. So either this or that.
Ooh, this phone
Okay.
ugly.
So the very first one, right? I think it's gonna be a little bit of fighting here. The first one, Crash Bandicoot versus Spyro the Dragon.
Crash.
Oh.
Crash. And I'm only going Crash. I
Yeah,
will be
please
honest.
say why.
I will be honest. Bias.
Bias.
I'm going Spyro because of bias.
I ain't gonna even lie about it. I ain't saying either one's bad because I
No, we love both of them.
I love
We
both of them, but Crash just because I'm biased.
Yeah, Spyro was one of my first games on PlayStation, so that holds.
Mm-hmm.
It was right there.
I absolutely love Spyro.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on what kind of game you like. Spyro is going to be more of a like search and find type thing, and Crash Bandicoot is just PlayStation's Mario.
Yeah, we can.
But Crash Bandicoot, you still got Crash Bandicoot Racing with that too.
Crash Team Racing.
That's
Which
what
was
that would get
better.
me over the line with it.
So I'm gonna take Crash Bandicoot.
And also, Crash Bandicoot was the staple for PlayStation
Yeah.
at
Yes.
that time. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna do Crash, but
It's gotta be
ain't nothing
Crash.
wrong with Spyro.
Spyro
The next
goes
one
so
is when I read it, I said, oh god, Legend of Zelda versus Pokemon.
Pokemon's not
Pokemon.
close.
Pokemon. That's not even.
They got a live action movie now, bro. They're just beyond big.
It's not even close.
They're beyond big.
I feel like that's
Not
too,
close.
I feel like that's too.
Close.
I don't know because I feel like low key that's not fair because I feel like they come from two different.
Hold on. Who is Zelda? Who is Zelda?
Hold on, Zelda is a woman. Okay,
Right.
Let's-
No, that's
But you
not
don't
my
even
point.
think about Zelda. You think about Link. When
This
you
is
think,
my point.
Yeah.
Not even her story. It's the legend of the dude who's running around.
No, it's not. No, it is not. It is not about him.
No, it is definitely about.
It's about Zelda.
It's the legend of Captain Sable.
No.
I mean,
Look.
I guess.
Look, no, it's about Zelda. It's true. And Breath of the Wild showed that it was about Zelda.
Yeah.
Okay,
It did a wonderful job
that
of
is,
that.
that is true.
So-
we can pull up a map of Pokemon that are in the area right now.
But look, we're saying another thing is look. We're saying video games, right? We're saying so fuck the movie that they just
Okay.
brought out.
Okay.
Even though I liked it, fuck that movie.
Okay.
We're strictly video games. Now I understand the popularity of Pokemon. I understand that. But Legend of Zelda has one of the best games ever created and one of the highest rated games ever.
That's great.
Right? So that's why, and I'm biased as fuck. So fuck you.
But literally,
Legend
I
of
feel
Zelda
like
as well.
know what I'm
you
saying?
can definitely find somebody that's had a Game Boy and played
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Of course,
yeah,
everybody.
a lot more commonly than you will find somebody that's like
They don't
oh,
even
Zelda's
remember.
Link.
They don't even remember who Zelda is my point. So how famous could it be if your main character doesn't even their name isn't even really known?
You look at it as two
Besides-
other people between us. Because you dogging Legend of Zelda right now.
I'm sorry.
Shit, stand back.
I'm sorry.
Look,
Let's back up.
let's stop acting like Legend of Zelda isn't huge.
Not compared to Pokemon.
Compared to Pokemon,
Compared to Pokemon,
because there's other outlets. Because they have the
Because-
movies,
They got
have
TV
the
shows,
cars, the toys.
Because there's always a reason Pokemon's better than Zelda.
Not game wise, no.
It's,
Yeah. Period. If we're talking strictly games,
Strictly
Zelda.
game.
okay.
think-
So do you
there's
have
been
do you have the
game
numbers for
play.
it? Which game? Who sold more games? Pokemon in all of their games or Zelda in all their games? Who sold more?
I don't. I mean, we have the fact checker.
Can
We
we
can do that.
Can we Google that
Yeah.
just so we can get a base for it?
That's all their games.
I told you this one was gonna be hard.
I still don't feel like it's fair. I still don't feel like this
Because
is
they're on
fair.
two different spectrums
This
of
is
the
on
game.
two different spectrums of the
Here's
game.
the thing. Here's the
world.
thing. Zelda is one dude. Okay, I'm sorry.
Zelda is not a dude.
My bad, it's a prince. No one cares. Anyway, Link is one character, right?
Link is one
It's
character.
one character.
Okay.
Okay, that has nothing to do with anybody else. With Pokemon, it unites everyone as a community. Because anybody can go get their favorite top 6, top 5, whatever Pokemon, and we could all come together and
true.
play as a team.
In terms
I feel
of
that.
software sales,
But Zelda.
Pokemon is the second best-selling game franchise, having sold over 309 million units as of November 2018, behind only Mario.
Wow.
But with that being said,
But is that accumulation of games though? Because let's be honest, Pokemon has way more games than Zelda.
that's true.
I mean, you
How many
can't really.
how
Hold
many
on, we
handicaps
can't.
y'all want?
We can't really argue that because
Game
y'all-
for game.
Zelda been out for like 45 fucking years. too. So no.
How many
Y'all really
handicaps
ain't
you
got
need?
that.
That's true.
Well, we're gonna talk about quality of games. Pokemon does not put out a better quality game than fucking
That's your
Zelda.
That's your
But
opinion.
again,
No, it is
That's
not.
your opinion.
Not only is that not an opinion, but again, it's not fair because it's two
Men lie, women lie.
spectrums of the
These
games.
numbers don't. Okay, however y'all slice it, y'all didn't outsell it.
All right, look, me and Trevor gonna say Zelda. Y'all say Pokemon.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want.
You're fucking virgins.
The people have talked.
This one, I knew it was gonna be this one too, because that one was weird. The next one, I'm gonna swing on everybody because I already know what y'all gonna say. Minecraft and Sims.
Fuck Minecraft.
Sims.
Fuck
I say. Ooh, which one do I say?
I say Minecraft,
Sims.
low key.
Fuck
Look,
Minecraft.
I just saw this. I've been looking through news on here. Minecraft has sold 176 million copies worldwide. Might be the best-selling game of all time.
God damn. And
I'm still picking Sims.
I want to say I'm gonna say Sims because of gameplay, but I say kind of say Minecraft
Okay,
too because
Minecraft was a revolutionary game.
I was
But
just going to
Sims,
that. Yeah, I was
By
just-
itself, was everybody plays Sims.
Yeah.
I don't know not one person who
So
said
I think grown people probably play Sims more than Minecraft.
See, you say
Yeah.
that.
Well,
But if
shit,
you're talking
you need
about-
to hang out with me.
If you're
I
talking
don't
about,
need to hang out with you if we playing Minecraft.
I love
I do
Minecraft.
not.
you can't create an entire universe like you can in Minecraft. Minecraft, you can literally create
You can create anything.
everything.
You can create it like a.
you can create a functioning
They-
society.
This is my point. They created.
Dreamhouse, bro.
They created
Yeah.
Game
And then
of
I'm
Thrones.
like,
I mean, shit, I built the
They've
house on
also
Sims.
created like crazy
Put
shit
floor down
like circuitry with Minecraft. Like
I-
they push it like way beyond just like human
Yes.
like
Yeah.
stuff. They push it into like you can also learn circuitry, computers, like
I'm still picking Sims.
I'm gonna
But
pick The
Minecraft,
Sims
but
too,
you gotta
but
get Minecraft.
I'm gonna get Minecraft.
Yeah, nah,
all that shit.
Minecraft is.
And don't forget, we
a
had
great
Sim
game.
City. You
So,
know what I'm
which
saying?
was-
So,
I
yeah.
had the sim game on my phone.
I don't think I'm creative enough to
Exactly.
play
Like the little tower.
No,
I don't
bro.
play Minecraft for it.
Yeah.
Like
But this next one, man.
Uh-oh.
Sonic versus Mario.
it's not even close.
It's Mario, but fuck you, it's Sonic.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me think. Holy shit. Let me
Oh, man.
So hold on. Because look at the story.
All
Okay?
right.
Sonic. This doctor.
You know
gave-
there's a story to Sonic? Did you know
yes.
that? That's crazy.
But hold on. Sonic beat up all of the other little animals who didn't have super speed that some evil genius gave them Megazords.
Yeah.
He took all of the furry creatures out of their shit. Mario was just like,
A-ho.
He was
The
chasing
same
a-ho
hoe.
who was getting set out by a fucking
He
turtle.
didn't get no
Okay.
applause.
Yeah.
He didn't get no.
Let's be honest. Bowser was knocking Peach off.
Every time.
No, she went willingly with
Yeah.
Bowser.
Bowser,
Bitch, you couldn't get up out of
Bowser-
it. We seen what you can do in Smash, bitch. You could have beat his ass. Like, come on, now, stop
Bowser's
playing.
Could have hit that nigga with that pot. Like,
Right.
Bowser's not the bad person. Bowser needed, like, if you look at like the credits in Bowser, his motivation is that he needed to find somebody to help raise his kids. How he went about that was
Hey,
terrible.
man, hold on. They just passed the law. Ain't nobody tell a nigga to make all these kids.
You right?
Okay.
All right, you can't just go around
That
snatching
guy-
up another nigga's stepmama.
Okay,
just
alright.
because you know.
Mario, Sonic.
Sonic.
I'm still going with Mario.
Sonic.
Mario's got more nostalgia. It's got and it's a little bit cooler.
Better games.
It does.
Way better games.
I disagree.
The sidekick is trash. Well, the sidekick is
Cameron,
trash.
what Sonic games besides Sonic Mania and Sonic Adventure Battle 2 within that 10-year span was great?
And we had Super Smash
other than
Brothers.
those.
Mario gave us Super Smash Brothers. It's the highest, and we just went over. It's the highest selling
It
game
is.
ever.
I'm gonna go with Mario. I mean, I'm not gonna be biased with it. I'm gonna go with Mario, but I love Sonic.
Sorry,
Sonic
my
is-
car's named Sonic. I'm going with Sonic.
Okay.
I'm being very biased.
Mario.
Mario. Tashelle.
Sonic.
I'm not really a Mario kind of
Oh.
girl.
So she going with Sonic. Well, Cassandra.
Man, you got a Nintendo
Mario.
and don't like Mario though.
You only got the Nintendo 4.
World of Warcraft or League of Legends.
Final Fantasy 14.
Facts. But World of Warcraft.
Hold on, fam. Let's just go ahead
Wait,
and
it was-
move League of Legends because I don't like that game. And let's put in Final Fantasy.
So it's
11 and 14? Or we're just talking?
No, the online.
Hold on. So
Online in general. Okay.
Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bow. I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, if we just talking the two, what you just said, I'm bound. I don't know.
Okay, so I've played both games. WoW is more popular, has had the highest subscription rate of any fucking video game ever.
It's true.
So WoW beats it off of GP. What if you talk about fucking quality gaming? Final Fantasy is giving it a run for its money. So biasly, I say
completely
Final
agree.
Fantasy.
I completely agree.
But truthfully, WoW beats Final Fantasy.
Nigga, the
with
game is called
ease.
WoW.
And it coined one of the biggest catchphrases at the time. Leroy
Oh my God.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Leroy Jenkins.
Have y'all
Hey,
please?
look, and they had a plague. That is sauce.
Yeah.
They had shit just wiping people out, bro. That shit sauce.
They had a South Park episode too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's going World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with World of Warcraft.
But did y'all ever play City of Heroes?
Nah. Nah, I didn't play.
I heard about that game.
It was.
I remember seeing it on commercials and shit.
Oh my God.
Next one is Tetris versus Pac-Man.
Tetris.
I'm gonna say
I'm
Tetris.
gonna go with Tetris.
I'm a Pac-Man.
Off of
I like
sales
them
and
both,
popularity.
man. I
You,
like them both.
you
I like
can't
the
really
World
say
Tetris.
that because Pac-Man didn't ever really sell. Pac-Woman
Yeah.
sold.
Yeah, that is true.
And,
That one was easy.
and we've learned Tetris is the highest grossing video game of all time.
I thought that was Mario.
Nah,
That's
that was
franchise.
Franchise.
That was a franchise. Yeah.
that was
makes more
Tetris.
sense.
Uh,
Tetris is dope though.
yeah.
Keep you.
all right, Plants versus Zombies versus Angry Birds. So it's Plants Zombies. Angry
Versus
Birds.
Angry Bird.
Yeah.
I'm out. Out.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
am so indifferent.
I don't like either of them, but
Yeah.
I would.
I would
go Plants
pick
versus
Angry
Zombies.
Bird.
I played it on Xbox.
I played, yeah.
I played it on Xbox.
I'm
It was
gonna
great.
take
I play that one when I go to Chili's on the little
Yeah.
tablet.
Little tablet.
Yeah, Chili's. You ever go to Chili's? And
Oh, the game's on the tablet. Stupid.
Plants vs. Zombies, man. Like,
I didn't really play this game, but I played one of them. Coaster Tycoon or Farmerville.
roller coaster cartoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Roller Coaster Tycoon.
It was more exciting.
If we're building something, farming in real life is boring. So
What is the best
Shit.
simulation?
But you get out of it
What
something
is the
in
best
real life.
coaster simulation or theme park simulation?
Roller coaster tycoon.
I would.
Probably that, but I'm gonna say Jurassic Park Genesis for PlayStation.
That
2.
one. Oh,
That one was dope.
Shit.
It's true.
Boy, I used to just delete them gates when that T-Rex was in that mug.
Everybody gone.
Gotta go.
Mortal Kombat or WWE?
Nigga, what?
That's not. Fair.
Why is that a thing?
That's not fair.
That is Mortal Kombat.
Wait,
all
who
day.
made the list?
These people called Story Temps. I think they started losing.
How did?
How do you Mortal Kombat
It's Mortal
WWE? Like,
Why wouldn't you put like Fight Night in WWE or like?
Yeah, that would've made
That
sense.
was funny.
Mortal Kombat. and
Hey,
Street
that's
Fighter.
a decent.
Fight
That's
Night.
different.
Let's switch
Fight
that
Night
up then.
versus
Switch it up. Let's do it.
UFC.
So let's do Street Fighter.
UFC made a
Street
better
Fighter versus Mortal
mechanic-
Kombat?
mechanically fighting game,
Mm-hmm.
but Fight Night was funner to play.
Facts.
At the end of the day, Fight Night has Mike Tyson.
It's bad.
none of that shit.
So
matters.
None of y'all get one, so.
It doesn't matter if you've got Mike Tyson. It's over with. I can't win. It's a business.
So we're gonna switch it around. It's Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm going Mortal Kombat.
As
too.
much as I like Street Fighter.
I'll do Mortal Kombat.
They got movies too, so you know I fuck with the movies. I like Mortal Kombat.
Street Fighter movies were
I thought we were talking
terrible.
from a
No,
video
it's
game
Tekken.
perspective.
We
I
were-
mean, they
we are,
come
yeah.
all around.
Here we are, but I'm doing Mortal Kombat because I just like. the
I'm
game.
doing
Like,
Street Fighter, fam.
I'm going with Tekken.
That's crazy. I really didn't think he was gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm going with Street Fighter.
He's a Street Fighter.
It's
guy.
really ninjas
I mean, I'm
versus
both, but
samurai.
at the same
if you think
time,
about it.
longevity
Yeah.
wise, I always play
Street
more
Fighter is
over
more
Mortal
is more
Kombat.
samurai from a look standpoint and how they operate, and then Mortal Kombat's ninjas.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Final Fantasy versus Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Why is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy because there ain't no Kingdom Hearts
Without Final Fantasy.
You love it, Kurt.
Right.
Fuck you, love it, Kurt.
I love Kingdom Hearts.
It was the most obvious thing.
Kingdom
Like,
Hearts.
There's more games in the series.
I mean, not only that. I mean,
there's
Final
so many
Fantasy-
variations of Final Fantasy.
Facts.
Final Fantasy fathered a lot of these like fantasy style games.
Yeah.
You know
Don't
what
get
I'm
me
saying?
wrong.
So-
Final Fantasy is a better game, but my bias is
Kingdom Hearts.
Give a
Yeah,
fuck.
I would.
Kingdom
If I was
Hearts.
biased, I'd be killing Kingdom Hearts too. But
I'm sorry. It's
Final
gonna be
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
Kingdom Hearts just that's that heart. Like,
Yeah,
That's that hard. All right.
that's that hard.
yeah, man.
RJ, what you say? You didn't say anything.
I'm picking Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts not that serious for me, but I've also never played it, so
Oh, okay.
I don't have much to say. I'm sorry.
All right, so let's go down the list. So we're gonna solidify. All right, Crash and Spyro. Are we all saying we're just gonna give it to Crash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Legend of Zelda or Pokemon?
Oh,
Legends
God.
of-
That is just
Are
gonna be
we
split. That's
Are we gonna give it
No.
to Zelda or are you
No.
gonna keep bugging me,
Y'all are
RJ?
trying to give it to Zelda. Everyone else had Pokemon.
All right, fine. We'll say Pokemon. It's fine. Fuck it. We're gonna say Sims with Minecraft over Minecraft.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sims over. Okay. Sonic. Were you saying Mario over Sonic?
Yeah.
Yeah. World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Tetris.
Mm-hmm.
Plants vs Zombies. Angry Birds. Fuck y'all.
Pretty
Coastal
much.
Tycoon. We went with that one. Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter. Are we
Mortal
just going
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat because everybody
yeah.
said
Majority is ruling Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat.
Okay, and then of course everybody said Final Fantasy except Cameron.
'Cause
I
I'm
got
biased.
I got called a virgin on online about 2 days ago when I was commenting on Game Informer stuff, and it was about CD Projekt Red. About they were talking about crunch time with Cyberpunk 2077, which
Right.
is, y'all already know. So hyped for that game, and the backlash that dude got for calling me that was it made my heart sink because like so many people like commented it was like, dude, like this isn't the 90s, like grow the fuck up. Nobody's like online calling anybody virgins anymore. Like it was like gaming community just formed. It's amazing.
The gaming community is dope. Gaming community, comic community, any of those outlier communities what used to be outliers,
Yeah.
now it's in the forefront. Like people have been telling people about Marvel, DC, and all those movies for so long, and now that everyone's watching, they're like, "Yeah, man, this is great." Like we've been saying that. We've been saying
The
that.
dude was like, cause oh no, it wasn't even that. It was World of Warcraft Classic coming. I was like, I'm gonna play that because I got a PC. The dude was like, yeah, that's what a full-grown virgin would say. I said, damn, all right.
Damn, that's tough.
Did you
You
get to see
should've-
what
I
they
would
look
retaliate.
like?
That's what
Oh no,
I'm like.
he looked like a virgin.
But that's my point.
Yeah,
Projection's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, he's big, but everybody was like, dude, like fuck you and shit, and I was like, wow, I love the gaming
The thing is, like, playing video games doesn't mean that you still can't catch these hands.
These are all facts.
These are all facts.
Yeah, it's all gravy, it's all gaming, it's all fun until it's not.
That leads me to the first topic. CD Projekt Red talks about how they're not gonna have as bad of a crunch time on Cyberpunk 2077 than they did on The Witcher.
Fucking good.
Yeah.
Take your time and create these fucking games and allow these games to be great.
tired
Stop
of
rushing
these
these games.
Which brings me to what Max said about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, because what about that? You say you didn't agree with something, but I ain't really even talk about 7 like that.
You said hurry up and make the game.
Yeah, hurry the fuck up.
No.
Because it's been out, what, we didn't heard about this shit, 16 years ago?
And I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Now, I'm not saying hurry up as in brush the fucking game. I was saying hurry up and so I can play the fucking game.
Okay.
Yeah, no, hell no. I ain't saying that.
Well, I was like, I guess he wants another anthem. Okay.
No.
But while we're on the topic of that, like,
Of crunch time?
crunch time.
Red Dead Redemption 2 went through one of the worst crunches of gaming history.
Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 is about it.
shit.
The whole game is a crunch.
Well, no, I'm just saying. What else? I feel like we're missing one.
Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
Did Battlefield
Fuck
5
every
do that?
game that came out in 2018.
Yeah, I think
Shit.
almost every game probably goes through it, but you working these developers 100 hours. And a lot of people are just like, well, you got to make deadline. And it's like, I get that. But
that shit already don't put it out.
Yeah, but this is what gamers need. They need to start having this gamer union thing. Like there was an article about some development team walked out.
Yeah.
They need to start doing that more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need to start watching the people that are making these games.
Nothing will ever. It doesn't matter what type of manager, what type of success any fucking company has. Nobody is anything without the people.
Yeah.
So if the people walk out, they have to basically compromise at that point. And most people just don't have the. I don't know why they're scared. I guess.
Yeah, people don't have the.
They not finna fire the entire fucking league.
No.
Right? They not finna find nobody to replace all of y'all. Cause some motherfuckers believe it not are irreplaceable, like my nigga right here.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck this nigga at the same time. So, yeah, that's my point. Like,
the thing is, if they're making too much money, it doesn't matter. Like that's great. It sounds good. But if I'm running the business and I know if I put it out, good or not, and it sells multi-millions of dollars, and I still get paid.
Prime example.
In a perfect world, yes,
2K.
you would rather have quality than quantity.
Yeah.
But for them and they money, because all they're thinking about is money. They're
Right.
fiduciaries. They have to protect their
I
company's
mean, but
money.
that's also how you end up with a bunch of EAs.
You're right.
Fucking right.
You're right.
And
But
then-
people still buy it. Is my point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If people, like he was saying,
If
were a
people
little
stop buying the shit,
It's
they
not-
get better.
It's not that it was. It's staying more to your convictions more than anything.
Yeah.
The whole gaming community was like, nah, quality over quantity, and they would have to do something.
But somebody fucking buckles in that group
Every time.
every time.
Well, you-
I buckle the ball, man. I'll say it. Fuck you, Curtis.
Well,
That's how you look at me. Bastard.
We got EA in this list. Don't worry. I'm gonna get to EA. I'm gonna get to EA.
The last thing.
I'm gonna get to EA. Yeah. So Cyberpunk. Hopefully, it's just. I'm ready for the game. I'm super ready for it. But I just, crunch time is just an issue. But yeah, hype for Cyberpunk 2077. Ubisoft plans to release 3 new games early next year.
One of which being Splinter Cell.
Nah, one of which going to be that London. It's going to be set in London, but it's what's the game with the phones?
Oh, Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs 3.
Oh shit.
Watch Dogs 3.
Y'all know how I feel about Watch
If I ain't
Dogs.
got no trench coat,
I called that low key.
I ain't
You
get
did call. He did call that
I
shit.
need a trench coat.
Yeah.
Somebody to give me a drink. Red Dead had this
Yeah.
massive ass online thing happen.
Yeah.
Where
You
fuck
see,
my
they got
poncho
a. I
at,
think they got a.
where
poncho
fuck my
on there.
poncho.
What are the other two?
Oh, we don't know the other 2. It could be a Splinter Cell, but one of them is going to be Ghost Recon
No.
Breaking Point, which I'm already at my breaking point with that game. So,
When was the last great Ghost Recon game for you?
Future Soldier.
Warfighter 2.
I was
Like
gonna say
way
Winter
for
Soldier.
PlayStation
Warfighter 2
2
was
bro.
great. It was awesome. Really
It was
good.
a while ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, they're trying to make it more of a looter shooter so it appeals to the mass audience. I just really disagree with it. So fuck that game. And bam, dude, NCAA is looking to compromise for players' likeness in the game.
They need to.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people play like you play NCAA so you can play with your team, whoever your team is, and if your team, because they'd have to change the likeness, but they'd also have to change how fast they are, right? Their abilities and all that. It'd be a completely different team, which would make no sense.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to resemble any of the players at all, because then they could literally sue for millions.
Yeah.
So that'd be pretty stupid. They
I
should
kind of read into it,
They should give the players something out of it, like
Yeah.
a piece of something.
but then that brings up the should you be paying students?
You should. Here's
You know what I'm saying?
here's the thing. Whenever that was the thing, whenever people weren't paying student athletes, that was at a time where it was just clubs. People weren't making that much money. OU makes $1 billion a year.
Time out. See time. Battery change.
I'm glad we got the battery going. It's right there.
That shit ran off.
You can keep talking, man.
Oh,
Yeah, we're still live.
okay, cool. So if at a certain amount of money, you have to start giving something back because everyone's getting paid. The coaches are getting paid. The school's getting paid. The teachers are getting paid. Whenever TCU started getting more than 10 win seasons, their tuition jumped like $10,000. So it's not like they're not getting paid. They
Right.
really just don't want to pay people who. And if there's no players, nobody's coming. Like that's great. You can have all of that set up. You can have all those stadiums. You can have all of that. If there's not the greatest athletes on earth, nobody cares. So they could start. They could pay people after. Like if they didn't want to pay them while they were in college, when you were on the game.
That's true.
So they could save you a check, which would also be cool because at the end of college you could just get a check.
Right.
You can get a check. And
Oh, that was
you
not
wouldn't
chargeable.
be wouldn't be that struggling college student coming out.
But there should be a difference for getting paid to be a professional athlete and being celebrity, because some of these people aren't known for like they're like Johnny
Not known
Manziel
for
wasn't making necessarily money off the game. He was making money off his celebrity when he signed those autographs. You know
So
what I mean?
that's the point though. If you make any money, you're technically a pro.
Yeah.
That's why
Which
they're
that's
doing
where
it.
it should be separated, because then these kids are just getting fucking hustled out of their likeness like all of those kids did from like 07 to like 14.
So the NCAA is nothing but a hustle. You realize that like any jersey you ever wanted, you can't order.
Yeah, because they don't have names on them and stuff, because that's their likeness.
But the NCAA gets to keep that.
Yeah.
So
Should players be getting paid?
Yes.
for damn sure. If there wasn't as much money involved, no, because then it'd be unfair.
Yeah.
But because there's so much money involved, now the level of which how much people get paid, that's gonna be a whole. How you break that down is gonna be a hard thing, but it's still better than essentially.
But there has to be
Indentured
some sort of
servitude.
compromise like the Olympics did, because we wouldn't want to watch like not the world's best athletes in the Olympics. You get what I'm saying? Like we don't want to go out there and like watch amateurs all fucking day, because you might as well just go to a fucking high school track meet or some shit for that.
Sure.
Would USA
Pay them.
basketball's team still be good if they just did all amateurs?
Yes.
So here's the thing.
I think we'd get beat
We-
by teams like Croatia.
We would still be good.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
That's why the Dream Team happened and the Redeem Team happened. Because everybody was like, oh, well, y'all aren't winning. And, you know, America, we win at everything.
Yeah.
So, or at least that's how we feel. So, and just like any other sports, it's like, I had this conversation with a dude who played soccer. And he was from another country. And he was like, well, you know, we're better than you at football, like actual football. I was like, you're not, though. And they're like, what do you mean? We beat you all the time. I was like, yeah, because none of our athletes go into that sport. If everyone in America was just like, you know, we're just going to win at soccer, I promise you we would. That was what the Dream Team was. It was like,
Really? Yeah.
Because it used to be college players and then a couple of pros, and then we kind of won, didn't really won.
Yeah.
And then Michael Jordan, all of that whole team of Hall of Famers came in and was like, oh, this is what happens when we really play, though. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I ain't
These
trying
are
to
our
make it into
gods,
that
like-
podcast, but if FIFA, well, if United States would adapt to almost a European, almost like how Britain does their academies and stuff, we can get a lot of ballers out of here, because we have a baller who's in Germany right now, but
They don't pay like that.
no, and he did all his like come up in England. Like he wouldn't even, he's American, but he did it all in England. So
Yeah. We don't have the same structure for that.
exactly.
Unfortunately,
And
we don't.
It's just for certain
It's not.
sports.
It's not that it's not. It's that we don't care.
It's just
America-
to get recognized here, to go to college, it's pretty expensive, because you have to play club, and that's not available to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true.
Without money. And a lot of
That was.
Yeah, that's
That was
right.
implied.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But if we cared more, then it wouldn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
But you gotta
it's
kinda
like,
take
it's like
it into
football
account.
in Texas.
You gotta take into account that Brazilians are just technically good at playing football. They can juggle fruit, bro. Like
So that's
with their feet.
That's great.
Yeah.
But the best athletes in the world are in America. Texas. If you would have took Texas out of the last Olympics, we would have played second.
I believe that because Texas got some athletes.
This is and that's just
All we
Texas.
do is run track.
RJ's over here fucking America.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm
the
just saying.
Texas relays, the two kids broke like 2 world records in the Texas relays.
Texas relays.
Damn.
Yeah,
In Austin.
Damn.
Yeah.
and that's just isn't that just high
And
school?
that's high school
college
students.
too.
That's just
That's high school students.
Crazy.
so.
Let's get back to gaming. Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh my!
I haven't
God.
played it yet.
I have played
Is it?
I am still playing it. I will say this. This is easily the best I've ever seen Mortal Kombat at status level, because the only real complaint I would say Mortal Kombat has is, if you played them all, I think all would agree that the game is heavier than what most games are. Most of the Mortal Kombat games you play, the jumping, the moving, it's a pretty mobile game.
Right.
But in this game, the characters are a lot more heavy, but at the same
fall
time...
to the ground?
No, not so much as the jumping mechanic itself, but the entire game feels like it's a lag.
Okay.
But
Hey,
it's,
you gotta play.
it's an on-time lag. It's
Yeah.
like you're playing with a heavy character all the time, even the
Okay.
girls. But the
Okay.
girls are still faster, but the game itself is heavy, but at the same time, it also kind of balances it out, but giving you a more of an impactful play.
Do you ever feel like that certain character? Okay, because I know like on older Mortal Kombat, certain people you could play with and dominate the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But is this one more leveled out, or is it still that you can pick a character and dominate them up against the wall with no problems?
Yes and no, because this one, another thing I like about this one that it also feels like a more honest fighting game, if that makes sense. Because one thing I like about Tekken is that regardless of what character you pick in Tekken, and there will always be some sort of a counter pick in a fighting game.
Right.
But in Tekken, you can win with anybody
Yeah.
if you know the matchup and if you know your character. Same thing goes in Mortal Kombat in this particular. Now there are certain characters like Kitana. Kitana there has never ever been a bad Kitana in a Mortal Kombat game.
Never.
No.
So obviously, if you hit the corner with Kitana, it's game over.
Yeah.
But you got characters in this game, and there are a lot of different characters, and everybody feels different. You know, because of the style and the fact that they brought in this customization system, whereas your Scorpion can look like Rain. You know what I'm saying? Like
Which is dope.
That shit is dope. I thought he said dumb at first.
No.
That shit is so clean, and like he doesn't like they keep their classics. Like Scorpion, regardless of what style or how you
He's
set
still
him up,
Scorpion.
he'll always have his spear.
Right.
He'll always have his spears.
He'll always have his
little hell
teleport
face,
punch
like-
and shit like that. But you can make him look different. You can add stuff to that. You can basically, if you want to play a up close and personal Scorpion, you can play that. If you want to play teleporting, fire spamming Scorpion, you can do that. If you want to mix them up, you can do that. But they have it balanced.
So let me ask. So you're saying that it's amazing just because of the way it plays, or because the story mode? Does the story mode not matter?
Yo, that story mode is fucking
this is
amazing.
This is when I say it's the best. I mean it's the best from every aspect.
Okay.
Story wise, I share played some with E-Stop.
Nigga.
We were just this shit was a little retarded, stupid, crazy. Fighting is as good as I've ever seen it. Like I said, the dashing. You don't run anymore, but you do dash.
Right.
You do like
Yeah,
I don't mind.
jump
you get around
step
stuff
type.
like that. So it's still everything's still there, but like as far as the characters, the way they play, the way you can shape them, the way things like they basically made the replay value much higher.
Nice. Nice. Okay. But the story is
The story
amazing.
is fantastic.
It's a nice balance of seriousness and fucking hilariousness. Like,
because
it's a funny ass point.
I done seen some clips from the story mode,
Yeah,
but I ain't really like got to play that.
Has anybody seen Fire God Liu Kang?
Yeah. That nigga is.
Save something for me.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing else.
I haven't played.
But I do. I have it. We can play it after the pod. If you want to get a shot at it, you can.
Okay.
It's
I gotta get
fucking fantastic.
Oh my god, I've been waiting for
Ever.
so long.
dope.
My homie just got it too. I was like, I'm not coming to your house yet. I gotta wait. Like this
Let me ask you, who's the better con?
Quarter
Between
con.
Kodo and Shao, you talking about from the game or from the story or just overall?
However you want to answer it.
That's hard.
I would have to. Fuck, dude, that's
That's a hard
all
ass
right.
question.
From the story, overall story, Kodo is definitely more honorable.
Yes.
He is the better fit for Khan to be ruling Outworld.
You're
Shao
right.
Kahn is just a fucking tyrant.
Yeah.
He just wants war everywhere.
He
and
wants chaos.
Yeah, he wants that's his motto. Now, if we talking gameplay, it's still Kodo. It's still Kodo. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shao Kahn has a fucking mallet. His hammer is in his hand all the fucking
24/7.
time, and he will bink the fuck out of you. Bink! He will put your head through your ass.
Hey man, I put you on that block.
It's his fatality, dog. Like he will hit you in the head so hard, like golf, like
Right.
a golf hit with the hammer. He will blow your fucking back out with your head flying through. That's one of his fatalities. But Kodo has this fucking to counter that. Kodo has this giant fucking sword where he can hook your ass with it, and he will saw through you.
Yeah.
He will saw through you right there and on point. So it's like they made them both brutal, but overall Kodo is just overall better.
That's the one. He look like the sun god, right?
So,
yeah.
That's
he's
okay.
the sun
Cool.
god.
I'm gonna take Shao.
Look,
I'm gonna have to.
It's not- I don't
only because Outworld is Outworld. It's
Yeah.
called Outworld. Okay, so it's a like he's don't get me wrong. Kodo is the better leader.
Yeah.
For sure, because he cares about his subjects.
Yeah.
But if might is right, in a world where might is right, I wish I could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Shao Kahn all day in a
Only
world like that.
only because his laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has his.
That nigga laughs as fuck.
He has his fucking taunts in the game.
Yeah.
does?
Yes. That's what made him in.
Wow.
Suck. Like, he talks so much trash. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about Days Gone.
That exists.
Am I the only person that played it?
I've not touched it.
It's somebody said it best on Game Ranks, my man Jake Baldino. I couldn't figure out how to say it, but Days Gone is a jack of all trades, masters none of them.
Sound like my kind of game, right?
Wait, what?
But
Yeah, it's so familiar. It's actually very bad.
yeah,
The stealth is something out of like 2013,
Jesus.
like kind of like how like Tomb Raider was with stealth,
Uh,
and it seems like they just never. I don't know. There's nothing special about the game. There's
so
nothing
they're
special.
trying to do so many things at once
Yeah.
that they're doing them all average.
I feel like Blend Studios had a
Blend
textbook.
Studios,
That's what, yeah. They had a textbook that said how to make a game, and they followed it perfectly. But they didn't do anything different. They didn't like with what's the game? Dying Light. You have the first person view, and you have parkour with the zombies, and we have so many zombie games. Then you have The Last of Us that has a compelling story. Then you have like games like. What is the game? Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead that have the co-op, and it's an amazing
Those-
game.
hey,
Those games are different.
Left 4 Dead.
Who's got the better zombies though?
Who got the better zombies?
Oh,
Because I'm Left 4 Dead zombies.
I'm Left 4 Dead
They-
zombies.
They're not playing.
I like
Hey.
Nazi zombies, bro.
That man has a point too.
But I've also seen Days Gone's zombies, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you got a horde,
Yeah.
of the
Like
motherfuckers running at you at
50,
the same time.
So like World War Z type zombies, is that what those
yeah,
look like?
you ain't thinking about who the fuck
Yeah.
got the best of nothing. You just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
So,
But the
zombies.
game, like amongst all the zombie games, it's like this is gonna go on the back of the list. Like this isn't.
this is gonna be one of
It's
those.
good, but it's not
Great.
great. It's not. It ain't doing. It does nothing different, and that's my issue with it. That was my
It'll be
big-
worth the play long down the road.
it'll if it becomes a greatest hit, it'll be worth $20.
Yeah,
we're in 2018, 2019,
you gotta
right?
do something.
So you have to innovate. You have to fucking innovate.
You have to try something different.
Especially in a field of zombie games, we got 18 billion of those. So it's like
You just got those laying
It's like
around
Battle
like.
Royale. It's like the only way you're gonna get a good Battle Royale is if you do something different
and
with
we
the
saw-
Battle Royale
shit.
structure.
And we
The
saw
only-
Apex
the
do it.
only
Apex
Apex did
I
it.
still ain't seen a fighting game battle fucking royale.
Stop
Call
asking
of
for it.
Duty
You'll
been
see.
mixing
Why
it
have
up
we
too,
not
though.
had
Nah,
the
I'm
battle
sorry, I can't
royale?
take-
They're
They've
the
been
one
doing it with
fucking
the pursuit.
genre that
They've
where
been
it
doing
makes
with
the
different
most
stuff.
sense.
They've trying different
I
lots.
cannot get into Call of Duty.
Games like going in.
And technically,
It's
I
not
guess
bad. They're
Absolver
just
was
mixing
kind
it up.
of
They
like
still have the
the
original,
best
but
they have
they're
for that,
seeing
but
what's
yeah.
out there.
Like I like the Call of Duty that I'm used to is running gun, no jumping or fuck that nigga. I need you to be on the ground where I can pop your dumb ass. Keep it moving, like.
They try to do a little much.
My man
for
said
Like-
Modern
like-
Warfare 2 Call of Duty. That's
Yes,
what
I'm trying to get on MW2, MW3,
Yeah.
Black Ops 2,
Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1 for real.
But their battle royale, they've been mixing it up because they had the Hot Pursuit where they were playing cops and robbers basically.
Now that's dope. Because
Yeah, that's
we
what I'm
did get in
saying.
lobbies and playing
Yeah.
cops and robbers. Like these are things that we did as like in parties of groups of friends.
But now they're doing that with
Is
battle
everybody.
royale though. That's
But-
why Call of Duty has kind of been mixing it up. That's why they've kind of like it wasn't a great game, but you're kind of staying with it because they keep coming out with
Their new
content.
game modes.
Yeah, and
They-
then
the
their
content's
skins are
different.
ill as fuck too, and you don't have to pay for any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best part. Call of Duty's games have been consistent with bringing out the entire game at once.
That's just one that the Call of Duty's just carried the culture like that.
That era from Call of Duty
That
to
competitive-
Halo is just
So better question
would be.
would have been Call of Duty or Halo.
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been a great question.
Battlefield.
trash.
Not Battlefield now.
Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 was dope.
Battlefield 1
sick.
and Battlefield 4.
4 was awesome. 4 was awesome.
But what can you do to change the game?
What can you
Okay.
change?
No, just in general. Halo has changed
Stop
the game
coming out every
repeatedly.
year. Stop
Call of
coming
Duty.
out every year. Give us time to finish a game. Like some of these people, like I remember I couldn't get past first or second Prestige, ever, and then the new game would already be out. Give us 1 or 2 years. That would fix
lot
Madden's
of-
problems.
man.
A lot of these.
No.
It's so
It's going to take a lot to fit Madden's problem.
Sports you can't do like that because the teams change every year.
But you can update rosters.
This is true.
This is true. You can't
It's-
do
it's-
updated rosters.
yeah, but that
But the
doesn't bring
game
in money.
mechanics will slow down.
Yeah,
But-
that doesn't bring in money either, though.
I don't know. I feel like if you played it competitively,
I'm not
you
gonna
would
jump
be
into this.
interested to maybe buy different uniforms for your team that you're building. Because I know people that do that, the team building shit. There is a lot of different ways to go about it, but I don't think that putting out shit every single year is the right way to keep.
It's a funny thing because you think
$2Ks
about all these games that come out every year that can definitely involve more to make it a better game.
Right.
Whereas you got something like a fighting game that they come out every 2 to 3 years and they're just fighting games, right? It's the same thing.
But it's so
year,
impactful
but they
because
do
of
so
that.
much. Yeah. So it's like, how the hell can y'all it would make more sense to me for a fighting game to drop every year, because with a fighting game you can do it just like a sports game. You can update it, you can change the roster, you can do all these things with it, right?
Add DLCs, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
all
blah.
that type of stuff. And a fighting game is necessary. So, what does it say
So
about
the only
something
reason,
like that?
the only reason why I'll agree with just changing rosters and stuff like that is if it's the perfect version of that game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my point.
also
Because FIFA ain't perfect, Madden ain't perfect.
The thing is, though, those
2K
games only
damn
compete
sure.
against themselves.
Yeah.
If you have a fighting game, there's a couple different types of fighting games, a couple different types of ways, so it's a little different. If you have Madden, you're only comparing Madden to the newest Madden, or the newest Madden to the oldest Madden. So
Right.
FIFA,
But
it's year to year.
People
So,
do compare them, and what do they say? It's not much different from the year before.
no, for sure. But that's my point, though. There's not a much of a push because they don't have any other competition.
You need challenge
Their
sometimes.
only competition is the game before, and then the complaint's always the same. It's like, man,
And it also depends because we only have one league for most like major
That is very true.
sport
That's true.
games is one league.
Yeah.
NBA.
And that's why I
When
think
they-
And then
FIFA
FIFA
does
is the only
pretty
reason why FIFA's doing so good is because we don't only just we have Europa, we have the USA League, we have Spain, like we have all around the world. We're everywhere. Everybody plays soccer. Not even every kid from 3 to 7 done played at least one game of soccer.
Yeah.
You think I'm bull?
no, I'm with you.
no, you're
Technically, most people play football
But
because we are the only people that call it soccer. But I feel you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I'm with you. That's why I was
sorry,
like,
I just hear my
semantics.
dad, like, when it comes to football, I just hear my dad, there ain't no real football.
ain't no real football.
I'm like, but football is where the ball is controlled by strictly the hand, though.
Right.
That's football.
that's handball.
Only time that foot is on that ball is doing a punt. Like,
Or,
come on, man.
Or-
extra point.
We can call it handball, but that's stupid, yeah, because football.
But there is like some
Is it?
competition with like certain games, like the NBA. I mean, really, some of them don't have.
At one point, it was
competition.
2K and
NBA Live.
NBA Live.
NBA Live was
NBA
smacking
Live
your
used
ass.
to be real.
Yeah, NBA
It
Live
just-
used to be dope.
It just got
It-
trash. The only difference, like
Have y'all played the
when you were
new
talking about like the game getting better was around 2004, 2005 because they put the hit stick in.
That was Madden's highlight
That's when it was cool. And then the
That
next
was the
year,
year McNabb was in it, right?
no, it was
was
Ray
Ray
Lewis
Lewis.
was on
The
05,
cover. He was on 5.
and it was the year.
It's
that
also
they
when controllers became $50.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about
When
that.
did the
Yeah,
games
you know.
become $50, bro?
Yeah.
Around the same time.
When the PS2 dropped?
So
Yeah.
speaking of all this crap, though, godly, EA.
Something's coming.
Yeah, EA wants to change the way we release games. They had an earnings call. Fucking bastards. Basically, they're like, all right, we're gonna change the way we're gonna release games. We're gonna update instead of like they're gonna kind of do what Apex did. Instead of like hyping the game up, we're just gonna kind of release it and then giving feedback. Then we'll develop more into the game.
That's
Yeah.
what they're doing already.
That's what basically. So what you're changing is
Nothing.
you're not gonna tell us the game is shit. You're not gonna have this
You're
big
just gonna-
old $300 million fucking run of like media.
You
You're just
don't
gonna
release
release it and be
shit.
like,
So
okay,
basically, you're just gonna be dropping shit.
you're gonna be
everywhere.
dropping
Just-
Yeah,
incomplete games.
Only
which
we're gonna-
protects their money.
Yeah.
It's like instead of us hyping this up and spending money for advertising and all of this, we're just gonna give you a trash game, and then when you have a problem with it, just like you always do, we'll update.
problem
Raise
is-
your hand if you
We'll
trust EA to fix your game.
No.
Like that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, and they all about it. We changing the way we gonna release games. Nigga, just release the damn game complete. Damn. Tired of these motherfuckers, man.
They ain't really been challenging everything. Like, they need to change that shit.
Also, during the earnings call, they believe that it's not their fault that Anthem is doing so bad. It's because of Red Dead Redemption. It's because of Spider-Man. It's because of God of War.
Wait. It's not their fault from what? Like that's not selling that much, or people aren't playing it that much?
It's in the debacle it's in, and then that Battlefield 5 didn't sell well. It's not their fault.
That's the worst.
That is the worst fucking. Those aren't even the same genre of games. You can't compare Red Dead. Red Dead is compared to Grand Theft Auto.
Very true.
Not motherfucking Anthem.
Yeah.
It's like it's not my fault I didn't win if I didn't try.
Yeah, like motherfucker, how can you say that if you never participated? Like.
Well, my thing is like, look,
Anthem
bro,
could have been
the reason why
It should have been great. It should have been great.
It should have been.
so
Oh my god, we
it
got
really
behind
should've
that
been
shit. Like me and Kurt went into a debate on fucking Anthem. Like I was so pro behind it.
Fail.
I don't know.
What
I
do y'all
play it
think
now, and
about
I'm like,
Just Cause.
it's all
Just Cause 4?
It's straight.
No.
Camera just jumps in just cause.
Yeah. I mean, I play it over Anthem.
I mean, I'd play anything over here.
I played
don't
myself
know
over
about-
Anthem.
I would play
They
with
took that
myself
whole $60.
over- I would play with myself. Over
I treated
I'm
myself.
just
to
saying, I play with myself.
Well, look,
the most plush lotion in the world.
Lotion. You use stuff. Use lotion.
If for $60, if we're talking about $60 for,
oh, you pay $60 for lotion?
he's talking about for the game. He
Oh.
said instead of paying $60 for that game, I'm gonna just play it with myself and keep the $60.
Oh,
I was like, oh,
wow.
so you didn't got just treated yourself
Wow.
with some wine, lit a candle or two.
Teach his own. So the reason why Battlefield failed is because they told all their hardcore fans to basically not buy the game, so that's why. The reason why Anthem failed is because you rushed it out the door and you constantly chasing every game you make, so that's what's going on, EA.
Battlefield 5. I play the fuck out there. Don't get me wrong.
I like it. I actually like the
play the
gameplay.
fuck out of
Yeah,
Battlefield.
but I just can't play it because my stomach hurts because I'm like, this is an EA game. Fuck EA.
Battlefield 5 altogether is a good game. Don't get me wrong. Is not all the way, Battlefield 1, because Battlefield 1 was the best Battlefield that I
But
played.
they
by
also
far.
took out with the medic class, everybody can heal everybody. That's stupid.
Yeah.
No. Everybody cannot just pick up people. You can walk up and pick someone up, but you're gonna be there for a minute. Like if me and you on squad, we can pick anybody up, right? But if you're a medic, you walk up with a syringe, stab a nigga, he can flip over. No, you finna.
Take
First of all,
long.
you stab me with a syringe. I ain't getting up fast. Period.
Depends on what's in that syringe.
You might.
So what's in that syringe? So the loot box bill got introduced finally. So
Okay.
we actually missed this because of DreamCon, but the dude was talking about it, and then it finally got written out, and it's now being introduced. So this, what it's basically going to do is it's going to keep loot boxes away from minors. So it's going to be out of, if it gets passed. I don't really know that much about politics like that. Like, I don't really know the chances of it getting passed, but it can end up getting rid of loot boxes in Fortnite, Apex Legends, all the rated up to rated T. So it wouldn't be out of like, GTA don't have them. So what, like probably in like what Call of Duty has them, right? Still loot boxes. Yeah. So it probably wouldn't affect that.
Call of Duty's mature though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It probably wouldn't affect that.
Okay,
It's gonna go from it's for minors, so it's gonna go from E all the way to T.
Okay.
Yeah. Cameron really trying to think what the fuck you
No.
gonna say.
I know what I want to say. Is just how do I want to say it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So what you're telling me is they're gonna how many fucking companies run Fortnite, Apex, all these other companies that have loot boxes and generating all this money to be able to fund the games that they're now producing.
Okay.
That's how they're producing their games. They're gonna stop their main contributor, which are teens, niggas under 16 and under, playing these games.
Yeah.
And having them not be able to get basically not be able to play a full 4.
Nigga, you've made billions over the past 3 years off of Fortnite. Yeah. Let's be honest, the Fortnite creators have made bank off of Fortnite. It's a free fucking game, first and foremost.
And they pay one time.
Yeah.
Well, Fortnite might get a price.
Well, look, this is how. Look,
I'd rather pay a price.
But there is a reason why they didn't. So, I watched this on something on YouTube. But so the reason why games are $60 because if everybody was just putting out games, how much they actually put work and everything into them, they wouldn't be able to see profit or actually be able to see any money because there's so many different levels to building a game.
Most definitely.
Wait.
When you build a game, you're putting out way more money than you're putting
so
than that $60.
Before you answer a question, I'm not going to ask.
I'm sorry.
But if the reason why this game is $60 is because we'll pay it.
Yeah,
I mean, no.
It's because of what now?
We'll pay it.
People will pay it.
Oh, well.
That's like saying if Halo came out and it was $250, everybody gonna buy. No.
Would people buy it?
I would.
I'm pretty sure some people would.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There would be select. There wouldn't be a lot of them.
How many games are $60?
How many every game comes out at the
That-
minimum
so-
price of $60
So you just
for a reason because of the
because
market.
people will pay it. Is my
People will
point.
pay $120. I've almost paid $120.
Because you're just talking about the game. You're not talking about the add-ons. You're not talking about that other shit that dropped a little bit later.
That DLC package,
You
the
see what I'm
seasonal
saying?
pack.
It's capitalism, man.
Most games
They'll-
now
they can
are
do it-
basically $100, honestly.
They can do it because we'll pay it.
I get away with it because
Yeah.
we'll pay.
Okay, so but when
Sucks
it comes
to
to
suck.
when it comes to Fortnite and comes to Apex, I don't think it's all cosmetic stuff, so it really doesn't bother me. So I don't know why they're probably gonna hit them. I feel like a whole bunch of people are gonna get hit that shouldn't be really getting hit, and then some people are gonna get left out that should be getting hit. You kind of get what I'm saying?
But we all know that's just how laws work too.
Yeah.
This is
It
just
is
how
how-
laws work.
Like it'll get Star Wars Battlefront 2. Like EA will get theirs, but then it's gonna get Apex, which Apex is all cosmetic.
Mhm.
So like you're gonna have to pay for the skin yourself. So it would be $2.99 for a skin straight up, instead of kind of looting it
Buying
out.
a
Like,
pack. Like-
but at the same time, and this is gonna be a different kind of part of the subject. Is this really considered gambling? That's what they're gonna have to determine if they want to pass the law.
Right.
Is you basically saying you have all these skins, you play and you put money into it to get out whatever. Like there's a chance you can get that skin. Like is that considered gambling? And children do it. So like
I mean,
Well-
the very definition of it is gambling.
if EA gets
The-
hit,
yeah.
yes it is. It is.
But
Oh, he don't
but
know
that's like
that.
okay.
Gambling,
So do you consider on Forza? There's something called wheel spin where shit nigga, you go to this wheel of fortune basically. Go to spin the goddamn wheel, whatever you get, you get.
So you have to pay.
Yes, but you have to earn them. You have to earn wheel spins by doing certain.
But you can also pay regular money for it.
Yes, you can buy points to buy.
So Forza would get hit.
So, but would they take that aspect of getting wheel spins out,
Yeah, all that would leave.
Mm-hmm.
All that would get out.
or would it just be you can't buy the points?
You would have to
go
buy.
earn
You would
them?
have to buy the item straight on.
Yeah. They would just make you buy items now.
So you couldn't go out
Wow.
and play the
At
game
that
and
point,
earn that.
They'll make the better, more
You
rare
could.
items. They'll just make them more expensive. If you can't gamble for them, they'll just make them more expensive.
Yeah.
So what would honestly fix everything? Like the companies getting funded still,
Mm-hmm.
and us being okay with paying an amount.
And this is the conversation I brought up because I was saying that we looked dead in the face at we were probably going to start paying like $70 for games. And I was saying like, well, if they stop throwing loot boxes in them, because I feel like the loot box thing, it ripples throughout the gaming industry and they do so many shady shit for that one loot box. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have loot boxes in them. So I'm like, I could pay $70.
I'm not a
Hold on,
fan
hold
of
on.
loot
But
boxes.
Hold on. What was your question? To stop.
Okay,
To
okay.
stop all of
The loot boxes. Stop loot boxes. So stop the gambling, but still keeping the companies getting money and us being okay with the price that we're paying.
Yeah.
Because obviously this debate is that some people are not okay with having to pay the price of the game, plus the add-ons, and then plus the skins that you actually want to try to gamble for.
Yeah.
Right?
We're gonna have to change our entire government.
I got you. I got you. I see where you're going with this. The way I can say fixing, I'm not gonna say it would fix everything, but it would contribute to helping. Would be taking the game itself, and when you buy it, everything is locked, but you have to earn. Like actually, you have to play the game.
You can
But then-
earn them, but like they slow.
That's
It
what I'm
seems
saying.
like
Would you-
we don't know, but you developers would probably slow down your progression.
The thing is, it's capitalism.
Yeah.
What about a
However you-
subscription service?
However you slice it.
What about a subscription service for?
Like games. Instead of what if instead of paying
So like
$100 a month, you're paying $5-6 each month.
Like Game Pass.
Like GameFly.
Game Pass.
Exactly.
Yeah, Game
but
Pass,
instead
Game
of it
Pass, all
being
that shit.
for like Xbox and PlayStation, you're doing it per individual game.
Oh,
Because
so
It's
you
way too expensive.
But if you
Over
think
time.
about it, you could stop paying as soon as you're done playing the game.
delete it off your system.
And if you're really passionate about the game, you keep funding it. You just keep paying that subscription.
So you can see it, Kingdom Hearts 3, you know what I'm saying?
But
Or next Final
would
Fantasy.
also mean that they would have to, in order for me to keep. So it's a similar thing to what we do with 14.
Right.
We fund 14 monthly in order for them to keep developing the game, but that game develops consistently.
And it's one of y'all's favorite games.
yeah,
Am I
but
wrong?
a game like Kingdom Hearts, after a while, the development stops.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're just paying for it to want to keep playing it
And
whenever
that game
you want
should
to
be
play.
finished when I play it.
Yeah, nah, that's another thing. Like, stop putting out again, like y'all was just saying earlier. Stop putting out these games so damn soon. Put all this stuff that you want to consider DLC into one game. And at that point, if you want to raise the price to $70, once you put everything in there, full blown game that's gonna last me a
that
while,
you can go and actually work and earn all of
You know
your,
what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? And you ain't gotta sit and put 35 hours to get one.
But at the
doesn't-
same time,
that doesn't make any sense from a business standpoint. They have fiduciaries who literally have to always protect their bottom line.
Yeah.
That is better for the community, not better for that business. That's
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
definitely.
You would have to change capitalism.
But what you're saying, that's the issue.
My point
That's
is-
why we do this
Yeah,
damn
that's the issue as a
podcast.
whole.
My point is that because none of the gamers own a company that could distribute and create their own games, that it's not going to happen.
Just find Andrew Wilson and put your foot up his ass.
Yeah.
No, you gotta remember, like,
terrible.
companies like Final Fantasy who have the subscription base, who have the same money pool, because Square Enix been around for how many years? Fucking 20, 30, 40 years?
About 20.
When they were fucking Squaresoft, right? So they build a great game like Final Fantasy 14. They keep on revamping it. I don't see any other company adopting that style and actually being successful with it. Could you imagine a fucking Madden with the same fucking, like, build of a 14 in a sense? You know what I'm talking.
it's the same thing Lou was saying earlier
That's
about
an MMO.
updating rosters.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just in
I mean,
general.
but who says that you can't? By right, a sports game, it's not like it couldn't pass as one. Because why not update the rosters? Why not do all these things?
But would you be willing to pay $15 a month for a fucking sports game?
It depends if the sports game is going to stay. Because again, it's not like they can't keep it updated. It's
But
a sports
that's
game.
also a thing because people pay like people. I know a lot of motherfuckers that will be like, "Hey, $100 on this game of Madden. What's up?"
Right.
That's already a lot of money being driven to that. If they can control that money that's being driven through that, bro, you could literally pay to enter tournaments through the game instead of like going
Online tournaments.
out to tournaments. You get what I'm saying? Like all of this could be like I feel like the video game companies are missing like a big part of the industry that is really what is driving the industry.
But they're already paid.
Yeah.
Like, I hear you, but they're already paid. Somebody's going to have to develop, again, a company that can do that. Otherwise...
I mean, what you're saying is ultimately right. Like, it's the company has to make money, and this is a shittier way to make money, man.
Yeah.
That's what's unfortunate about all of it.
Yeah. But we talk about it because I got to talk about it or I'll fucking explode. Sony and Microsoft team up to battle Stadia. Boom, boom, boom. So I actually read the fucking article, and I like Game Informer because they actually give them their own take, like the author gives their own take. And I read it 15 times. I still didn't understand what the hell they were talking about. But his breakdown, it made so much sense. So basically, Sony's Microsoft with Microsoft Azure, which is going to be that's what's going to battle Stadia. It's their cloud gaming service.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, look, Sony's like, we're going to work on stuff like that too. Microsoft's like, cool, we're going to do ours. So they're like, okay, if we make any strides in this new avenue of gaming, we'll tell you about it. And we'll give you the tools to make it happen. That's what they're shaking hands over. That's basically it. It's not going to be a PlayStation X coming.
It's not so much as a partnership as it is.
It's like, look, if I make something happen over here, I'm not going to keep it away from you.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's not Vegito and Gogeta. It's just Goku and Vegeta.
But do you really need Xbox or Sony and Microsoft to fucking team up to beat Stadia? Because Stadia is not going to fucking... to me, I'm sorry, to a gamer like myself, I'm not buying fucking Stadia.
But what they're trying to do is just bury them. That's exactly what they're trying to do. What they're trying to put in Stadia's mind is like, yo, we should probably just back out because these motherfuckers are like,
yeah.
But at the same time,
niggas doing the future dance.
At the same time, though, if I'm Stadia, that wouldn't cause me to back out. That would cause me to keep going, because if you got these two motherfuckers who can't agree on anything, for the most part they could, right? But they don't, because they're selfish. So if you got these two motherfuckers trying to agree to take down some shit before it gets started, that sounds like a bigger threat on a possible level. For Stadia, sounds like it could be. And they're afraid of something that we don't know about.
Yeah, and Trevor's right. I mean, nobody here is gonna buy that shit.
Nah, fuck no.
Unless you're super fucking casual.
Yeah.
Honestly, Mac might be right though. What if they do have some?
There is obviously a threat there that we don't know about, and that's why they're coming together. Stadia, something is there. We don't know what it is, and they're trying to stop it before it happens, or else it's probably going to expose some shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's probably going to hurt them.
Money wise, yes.
Yeah.
Kick them square in the fucking ass.
Can we look at this to the other side? This is a very big moment in gaming.
Very.
Sony and Microsoft have shook hands.
You can now play Halo on PlayStation.
I mean,
Shit.
So is it going to be where if they make the same games? Because
this has nothing to do with the games at all.
So
it's just
it's for developmental intellectual property.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's literally like, look, if you figure something out, you better tell me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if they do figure something out, like if they innovate the cloud gaming service, Sony does, and doesn't tell Microsoft something, I'm pretty sure there's something in that contract that says, you gotta give me something.
Yeah, you gotta give me something.
I mean, not only that, I feel like this is also something that they've also been doing. They've probably been telling each other. Think about the fucking PlayStation Move and then the Xbox Connect and then all that type. This ain't shit new to me. I don't feel like the fact that they're just shaking hands and it's not an actual.
It's in contract.
Yeah, it's just something that I feel like has been happening.
Yeah.
I don't think. That's why I feel like now they're making it so public. I feel like Stadia is a problem.
He said yes.
What
I mean, I didn't say. See.
As long as that's cool with you.
We gonna wait this podcast.
Okay.
And we gonna have this conversation.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Cool.
What just happened?
I don't know what the fuck just happened. We about to have an off podcast.
I understand what you're talking about.
That's fine.
If it comes,
Do you want to wait to have the conversation?
Alright, cool. I just think it's hilarious, like just seeing like a Sony representative, Microsoft representative in there, and they're just like, so we got a common enemy.
Sony's already losing too much money though.
Are we?
From what?
Sony?
Are you sure?
What?
Why do you think they sold Spider-Man back to the Marvel universe? Sony's been losing money.
I think they're trying to.
The last couple of years.
Are we talking about Sony as a company or
I'm talking
Sony
about
gaming?
as a company.
Okay.
I'm not talking about their
PlayStation
gaming.
do?
I'm not talking about their gaming division. PlayStation's always been good, but Sony as a company has been losing money over time. Microsoft ain't been taking a hit for
They should have killed Michael
I feel like it started when they had
You
that
right?
privacy law.
Wait,
You right?
that's another story.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
That's a down low story.
Nobody told him to do that shit. Now karma, bitch. So
You know he was insured from. You know what? That's another conversation.
we can have all of that. But dude, what do you guys think about Sony and Microsoft? What do you think is gonna come out of it though? Like,
I think Stadia is going to try to come back with maybe Nintendo.
No, because
Nintendo's
Xbox is already part of
Xbox.
Xbox. Yeah.
So I mean,
I don't know.
I think Stadia is going to try to make an announcement.
I can't wait to see how it is. But I have my own issues with cloud gaming services.
they're gonna make a powerhouse move. And
They're gonna try.
At least they're gonna try and bogart somebody out their spot.
The thing is that, like, from what it sounds like, because I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what y'all was talking about, it sounds like Reebok and Nike.
Yes.
I
Could have bought out Under Armour, but they didn't.
I can back.
And now Reebok is done.
You know what cloud?
Russell is done.
Yeah. You know what a cloud gaming service is?
A service that you can hook up to on the cloud or something.
Yeah. So basically, it's like Netflix gaming.
Like, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is basically. So
Right.
it's supposed to be the next big thing.
Which would be dope if the games are good.
Yeah. Well, it'd be dope because you got to hook up to the Wi-Fi, man. Like you're gonna get 60 frames out of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You're gonna dedicate your Wi-Fi to that shit.
That is true.
Which means you got.
That's my issue with this.
You got to have fiber.
And, yeah, exactly. You gotta be
You
in the
gotta have fiber or Fios.
Facts.
True.
My thing is, and also another thing is the button input. Like what is that? What is that gonna be like? You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know. I feel like we're not ready for that.
I think you won't feel a frame rate drop. I think you'll lose pixels.
Nah, because
That's because
Tomatoes.
look. I've been doing it on the.
Tomatoes.
I downloaded that. I forgot what the fuck it's called, but it's the NVIDIA Play Now, whatever the fuck it was. And
NVIDIA.
And it didn't slow down your frame rates, but you everything became blockier.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like everything kept the same speed, but the
resolution.
quality
Resolution
drop.
down.
Yeah, so that's
They doubled it from
that's how
1080p
I always
to
see them do it. That's the only way I see them doing it is.
Okay, but the resolution's like this. You get what I'm saying?
But it's
1080p,
only like
but-
seconds. It's
Yeah.
like milliseconds. It's not long.
Look, if I'm playing Assassin's Creed, that shit drop. Because PlayStation already be dropping. That shit drop
On
below
share
30.
play shit.
I'm done. I'm throwing the Stadia out the fucking window. Fuck that. I play PC. Bitch, I'm better than this. I'm better than this shit.
Then became bougie as hell.
Red Dead be I love Red Dead to death, but Red Dead be it's more PlayStation be disrespecting, boy. Like you be going through on your horse in Valentine, that mug just be slowing down. I'd be like, hold on, man, what is this? The fuck am I playing? Fucking 2013.
I mean, PlayStation, if anything, need to get their share play shit right before they try to come.
I would
through
love
Stadia
share play to
with
get
some-
right.
with
I
some-
would love
they
share
wanna
Share
take-
play isn't terrible though.
What's-
It could
It's
be
not
worse.
like the
Y'all got good internet though.
the concept.
Oh, you talking about where
Yeah,
you
the
just get
concept-
on and just play a game,
Yeah, you can do co-op.
Yeah, the concept of the way things work is it's really convenient, right?
Yeah, it
but
is.
there's a lot of when it works, when your internet is good, it's good. But when it's not, it's not.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
That
I
is
feel
so
like they
true.
need to get that shit together first before they want to, powerhouse on Stadia
That's so
with
true.
Xbox.
That's hella
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like,
they trying to ATM
practice
smoke
what
that
you
nigga.
preach first, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's not really Sony's like. They're not gonna go into
Yeah.
that. I mean, of course they need They need to fix that.
Yeah.
They need to. Hopefully, the PlayStation 5 is better with that. But yeah, Microsoft wants to dip their hands into it, so I guess Sony's gonna be there to see. Hey, if we make strides with PlayStation now, we'll let you.
Microsoft, stride your ass on some better games. How about that?
Stride that.
Stride
E3's
that ass on some
coming up.
exclusive. How about that?
So I
That's
can't
what you
wait.
need
I
to
can't wait
try.
to check it out. But yeah, E3's coming up with that. But yeah, anything else on Sony and Microsoft shaking hands? And
Nintendo gonna
probably
win.
somebody gonna be like,
Nintendo's there.
Nintendo gonna win.
Nintendo's the shit.
Nintendo gonna win everything.
Nintendo
I'm
takes
sorry,
no
but
L's
this
on
right
the
here-
internet.
Nintendo does not
This
lose;
was-
they just don't win right off.
This
right
was
away.
the
Yeah,
best
that's
thing that has came out in a long time.
That's
Like,
true.
I'm sorry, but the Xbox One, since the Xbox
Cameron,
One
watch your
and
words with the
PS4
Xbox.
No, once the
You've
Xbox
been-
One and PS4 has came out, they've all done nothing but re-release different versions of them. The same material on the inside, they just changed the look of it. Xbox, they gave them niggas a new controller. Said here.
So you say that like it's not a big deal though. The
It's-
original Xbox controller
Was a brick.
was a
It was a
brick.
fat
It
ass
was huge.
motherfucking
Not a
brick.
problem with my hands because I have big hands.
Yeah.
But for the most, it made it hard to play. So there's a reason all of that happened the way it happened.
Like
And they do change what's
they
inside of the
they
PlayStation.
they give a little more. It was my bad. My PlayStation. Besides
Xbox too.
Xbox, but the X, there was no reason for them to release the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
There was no
I can
reason
agree.
for
I
that.
mean, you need to upgrade a coaster,
Like,
my
like
nigga.
don't get me
Like-
wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. I
That is a
understand.
superior coaster. I used everything.
I-
everything.
Don't get me wrong. I understand like
understand why they
upgrading the
did.
system.
Yeah, I understand.
But if you're gonna release a whole new system in less than a year, what was the, you know what I'm saying?
it was to keep up with the 4K thing, but it's like if you got frames, bitch, you don't need no 4K.
Right.
And I'm sorry, like nigga, if you worried about that, get a fucking PC.
Get a fucking PC. when I played Star Wars on that
moves.
mug and 200 frames, I was like, this is what it is. This is game. This is
I've
what-
lived.
Yeah, this
I've
is.
lived.
I don't need you. Nobody can tell me shit. This is it. This is it. So I don't know if it that's one thing that PlayStation 5 they need to unlock that shit and let them go between frames, man. They need to do that shit.
Sony need to unlock a lot of shit, like mods for Skyrim.
They have mods, you just can't put big titty mods on them.
You can't put shit on some of these Skyrim.
Yeah.
It's
This nigga said big titty mods.
No,
Yeah, man.
man. Hey, man. My character got some huge titties on Skyrim on PC.
Y'all niggas worry me.
even if I had that. It says the
Is this
midget.
because
It
you
says the
like them
person
or you
that
want
likes midget porn.
It's
Wait,
because
hold on, wait a minute. You just can't
I
go
just want
out
to play as a
from
different
midget porn.
perspective. I want to play as a knight. Like I want to play as like a Nord whore. Like you know what I'm saying?
Why she gotta be a hoe?
Because it's my character, and I said she is.
Okay,
I mean-
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Just-
All straight.
Just make a lustful Argonian maid and be done with it. Like that.
That was a nasty book, but yeah. That was a nasty book. But
Yo,
yeah.
I danged mine lifts her tail.
Man, Tony said, I think Tony's moto. SPR,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he's that moto person.
Do you think this is a step toward 16 being on Xbox?
Who?
16.
16?
Final Fantasy 16?
No.
It just says
16,
X,
but he has to be talking about.
What is he talking about? Is he talking about Final Fantasy?
I mean,
Because they had Final Fantasy games on.
oh, 14 on
I'm
Xbox.
reading these V in the eye.
No.
Oh, is it not on Xbox?
No.
It's not.
It's only on
It
PC,
won't be on
PlayStation?
Xbox because
Okay.
it's not a partnership. It's just an alliance. It's temporary. It's Goku and Vegeta. It's not a Gogeta and it's not a Vegeta.
Oh, yeah, you
Why do you
ain't
keep saying
breaking
that?
that.
Like
But-
Goku and Vegeta ain't been best friends for decades.
They have been, but they never worked together.
They always
Ever.
work together.
But they terrible at it.
They're terrible.
If
at
they were
it.
good, they still always do it.
But they're terrible at
But
it.
that's basically what this Xbox and Microsoft thing is. Meanwhile, Nintendo is sitting over in the
Who's
back.
Goku?
Goku would be shit.
Exactly.
I guess right now PlayStation.
Yeah.
It is, man.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, I guess
I
right
got an
now-
Xbox
I
and-
guess
yeah,
right
man.
now, PlayStation
But to
would be
answer
Goku.
Tony's question, 14 will be on Xbox eventually. I think it's next gen though.
No, because Xbox has Black Desert.
False.
Fuck Black.
But yes. But no. If 11 got on Xbox, 14 will get on Xbox
11
eventually.
but 11 was primarily Xbox.
No, it was not.
It's on
11 was
PlayStation.
PlayStation 2.
It was also on that.
But it started on
was
PC
Xbox.
to PlayStation 2. It got on Xbox in
So you have to
2009.
this into all
So,
things
like,
final.
360.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
Dang.
I mean, it's been everything else. Why not? Shit. Went
Yes.
from Nord whores to shit.
Don't talk about my node.
14 will end up on
well,
Xbox
Eventually.
eventually.
Will it be current?
What about regular?
No, not on current.
Regular
gen.
whore? No.
Yeah, I can make one. I actually got a mod where it's like I got like a half elf. Now she's a half elf.
That's practically a Brit.
Why she gotta be a hoe?
Because dude, it's a role playing game, and I'm
I don't
bringing
even
it as a
try to
hoe.
play, like, I don't even play with girls, honestly.
Now this is a question I always
I'm
get,
sorry,
like, why
but
do you always play
but
with a female?
on Forza,
And
my
it's
girl
like,
a chick.
it's really
My
it's
driver a
not, it's not
chick.
some camera. Shut up. It's not. it's not some like perverted shit. It's like strictly because
My bad.
like the armor looks better. Like
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very true.
So,
The
so,
tip-
so curves are more aesthetically pleasing to you.
Well, not
no,
only that,
it's
So
like,
my next question is, do you want curves?
you ain't even get the
bro,
first
is
answer.
you trying to make me come out of my shell or something?
All I'm saying is the
What the
conversation
fuck?
that I led it was
No.
like, oh, I got a mod to get big titties. I'm like, okay.
So the
Good to have those or for you to have those? Okay.
The typical shallow answer to why males play females is because, well, I'd rather look at a female than a male, right? That's the typical shallow ass answer.
That's not right.
But if you're playing something like an MMO or anything like Skyrim like that, normally the armor does look a lot better on females.
'Cause
And
it looks so
they're-
bulky on a man.
And they're much more easier. Females,
So you
all
like
right,
curves?
nobody in here is gay.
All right.
So everybody has their
Well,
typical,
I mean, look, no.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I gotta evacuate on that part.
So the typical, like, everybody here has like their preference on
Yeah.
what their type of girl, right?
Right.
You're naturally going to take that into perspective when you're making a female character, and it's much easier to do. I don't know what my perspective of a male looks like other than myself,
That's true.
because
You've never
I'm
never
not,
seen a man before?
I'm just not gay.
No,
So it's like,
That
I
has
don't
nothing
know-
to do with being gay, though.
It does in a sense because
Wow.
if I don't look at one, I'm only.
Okay, so let's take that. Run with it for a second.
No, let's not, goddamn it, because you ain't taking this shit.
Ideally, so what
That's
you're saying
my-
is
that's my
you-
Nord
you-
hoe
you-
right there.
You don't have
My
an
Nord hoe.
ideal
Like
box
somebody can see this.
for yourself,
Oh.
because that wouldn't be gay. It would just be you with.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
That's
talking
what I'm
about
saying.
Skyrim.
Like,
How
it's
the
just
fuck
me.
we get to this shit?
I'm
Like,
just saying.
that's what I'm saying. I would know what I look like from
We got there
nothing.
because I just asked a question. Okay,
You trying to like pull me out?
I was just asking questions.
Oh, nigga, I'm
You gonna ask the wrong question?
Brothers.
What's up?
CC, shut your punk ass up.
See, I defer to these ass.
Hey man, look, I'm still
Damn,
on the
son.
page. You said TC wear lugs, bro.
That nigga TC do wear lugs. I seen that nigga.
That nigga said lugs.
He wear lugs.
What the fuck is that?
You don't
You
know
ain't
what
never
lugs
seen
is?
some
Like the boots?
He wear lugs,
Not
Cal.
the weirdest thing I seen. I seen a man the other day wear some Uggs. So, not the
I
weirdest
saw-
shit.
well,
that I
There was a
seen.
nigga that went here wear some
I
lugs.
just came back to New York. I see some wild shit, bro.
But the thing is, though, it's cold there. It was hot. I was walking, baby, and I was like, "This motherfucker wearing Uggs?" All right.
But
That
you
ain't got nothing to do with me.
questioning my sexuality.
That still would have nothing to do with your sexuality. Maybe you.
Whatever. Look, I'm gonna go
He might have
around.
just been anemic and his feet might have been cold.
Cameron, do
Who knows?
you play as a woman or a man?
On what? On
Any game.
On any game? Shit, my driver on Forza is a bitch. She a bad
She gotta be a
bitch.
bitch, bro. She a bitch.
Damn. Damn,
She be
bro.
crashing my car, so she
You know what? It's the same
You
thing.
would have
But
crashed
you
the car,
control her,
so
right?
you'd still be.
Was she, huh?
Like
Wait.
if her being a bitch is just because she's crashing the car and you're the motherfucker driving, even if
I'm a bitch. That's what I'm saying. I said, fucking my shit off. Like,
so,
bro, if you see my car after I done threw it off a mountain, you like.
the question was, you played with a woman?
I play with
or
a
man?
I play with a female.
Thank you.
Okay, female. What do you do?
I do females.
Female. What do you do?
Female.
I can't wait for your answer.
I do both.
I do.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Because
Questioning me?
but at the same, I guess I can
do
say
men.
that. I guess I can say that. I guess I can say that too, because when the expansion for 14 comes out, I'm going to a male only race.
it depends on what kind of style it is. If
Exactly.
for when I think assassin, I think of a woman.
Yeah.
She can come to you, charm your ass, and slit your throat without nobody knows. When I think about somebody that's a
Damn.
it's just dude. But and again, it's just how.
Yeah.
My thing is that if y'all are putting a little bit of yourselves onto whatever your characters are, that was my only question.
See, like I put mine like when I was playing Fallout, like Fallout 4. No,
Look, dog, we ain't judging you.
look, I made my guy look like me because I wanted to feel like I was in an apocalyptic world.
Yes.
Yeah, when I do that, when I make it
That's
different,
it,
that's
that
what I
it.
do.
That's why I don't make a male character though. I wake up with myself every fucking morning. So I'd rather make something I'm not.
But I have
Have a
myself
different
up. I'm like,
perspective.
yeah, bro. I just went
Have a
and
different
murked these dudes
Yeah.
with atom bombs. You need atom bombs.
If I'm
to
giving
go conquer
anybody
the world in
superpowers,
this
just
bitch,
don't
bro.
be me.
Well, yeah, obviously.
This
but-
is my point. If
But
I'm
I
making
mean-
a character, it's gonna be me.
Like Red Dead, I'm a guy. I don't know why.
like even as a female,
What's hard is that you can't always be black.
You can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't be black. It's gonna be a fucked up shade of
Yeah,
black.
it'll be
you gotta be like Middle Eastern ass.
Mr. Popo,
And then the hair, they never get the
The
hair.
hair is terrible.
They never get the hair.
The hair is terrible.
Never
And
get
that's
the
half
hair.
the reason why, because it's like, regardless of how much I try to put myself in the game, I don't look right with that type of hair. bro. That's
Usually
just-
I'll build a chick if I can't be I'll look like a black guy.
Okay, cool.
Usually, I mean, honestly, if I'm a female at all, usually I'm not even human. Usually I'm something different.
You can be whatever you
That's another thing. Ain't that weird that on Mass Effect everybody wants to fuck Laura Tarsoni?
Well, hold on, man. Chill.
Wait,
It ain't
wait,
weird.
wait.
Let me live my life.
I'd fuck her too on Mass Effect.
What
Bingo.
about Cortana? She wasn't even human.
I'd fuck Cortana.
Would you
was
fuck
humanoid.
She
Katana?
was humanoid.
She took off that mask.
Oh
when you
yes,
played the
that
Road
just
Story.
makes
Yeah.
her so much more bearable. I'm tearing her ass off regardless.
Jesus
I,
my
Christ.
God.
I hear you. I was just trying to make you feel better.
No, see, I don't know about the rest of these cats, but I ain't got no problem tearing off a purple bitch.
It's not that they're purple. They're genetically different. Her
Well, I'm a
knees-
genetically
her
tear her
knees-
ass out.
Her knees
Alright,
been
I'm a
differently.
genetically tear
And
her
you've never
ass
had space age,
out the
so
front.
you don't know what that shit's like. You're over here just thinking,
That's freaking bullshit. I never had those things.
My point is that if this is I'm gonna tear an alien up. It's like, but you don't know.
What's the chance, right?
It might be acid coming out.
But what's the chances
Is there
of?
space
Either
condom?
way,
Right.
Is there space
What is a
condom?
space condom? A hefty trash bag?
It don't matter. I'm not gonna use this. A
Hazmat
fucking
suit.
I've
condom.
seen Max. He needs a trash bag.
This is my point.
Hazmat condom suit.
Then there's no point in actually doing it.
That's
Yeah,
like
right?
death.
I mean,
yeah.
either way, either type of AIDS I get, I'm going to die. If I'm gonna do it, what you here for? Well, I got AIDS. You fucked a female? Alien.
Oh my god.
Alien.
I got trapped on the moon for a couple of generations. And
Oh my god.
after a while,
Woo!
goddamn.
Where the fuck did we? How did we get there?
We gotta end the podcast.
Yeah. Anyways, shit. Goddamn.
I got up.
Oh, but
I got dark, and it just went sporadically everywhere.
like there isn't space condoms. Like they don't.
They don't make space.
It don't
condoms.
matter. Who the
Nigga,
fuck
what are you
would use
using a
condom?
space bag that's been vacuumed through?
I would have thought you know
Like,
better. Not
fuck?
this nigga,
Who
but
the
you.
fuck is going to use a space condom? If
So
they-
fuck me,
We
right?
not using earthly condoms, so why would I use a space one?
So,
My age of condoms coming soon.
because of
Facts.
space AIDS.
I'ma die regardless.
Man, I
He
hear
said
you.
wonder if
he's
there's
willing to
space
risk it
cancer.
for space age.
Okay, cool.
Space cancer.
What?
That's been my Ninja Gaming
This is the boy Eastop.
and Curtis Russell.
Watch out for the space herpes, bro.
It's your boy Sir Mackleton, Fauntleroy, the third Esquire, man.
Why is your name so fucking...
Don't worry about that shit, okay? Okay, stay in your lane.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that shit.
Yeah, run that shit.